So after your research on Google or ChatGPT, you decided to start a blog with WordPress, or maybe just even a business website with WordPress. But then on Google, you notice there's WordPress.com and WordPress.org, and you're like, what the heck is this? What's the difference between WordPress.com and WordPress.org? Don't worry, a lot of people have this issue. It is very confusing. It was confusing for me when I first started with WordPress over 10 plus years ago. So I'm going to explain the difference between them. And I promise you by the end of this video, you'll know which option to go with. So before I can explain the difference, we need to understand what WordPress is. WordPress is a content management system, also known as a CMS. So what does that mean exactly? So it's a platform that allows you to manage your blog or your products that you're selling online. It could even be media or photos, because WordPress also manages photos. So that's why it's called a content management system. And I use WordPress as well for my main website, aprolus.com. So now that you know what a CMS or content management system is, now let's take a look at the difference between WordPress.com and WordPress.org. So I'm going to go onto my computer or my laptop here. And the first thing we're going to start with is WordPress.org. So you can see I'm on the website right here, WordPress.org. So WordPress.org is where you can download or get the actual software of WordPress to install on your computer, to install on your server, or your hosting provider or whatnot. WordPress is open source, so it's free. So you can download it and pretty much do whatever you want with it, as long as it's not something malicious. So you can see on this WordPress.org website, you can download it here. You can click on Get WordPress to go to the main source files, and then you can download it or follow the installation guide. WordPress.org is also where developers contribute to the WordPress open source project, so they can contribute plugins or themes. Plugins are WordPress extensions that allow WordPress to do additional functionalities. For example, a pop-up email newsletter sign-up form, something like that, or social media follow buttons. And then we also have themes. Themes are just the layout or the template for your WordPress blog or website. Some themes are free and some are premium, so you have to pay for it. A lot of the premium themes, they offer a freemium plan. So you get it for free, and then you can pay for additional features. So that's WordPress.org. WordPress.org is the actual software of WordPress, where you can get it for free and make a WordPress website. Now we'll take a look at WordPress.com. So what exactly is WordPress.com? You see I'm in the pricing page, and you can see these prices right away. So even though WordPress is free and you can download the actual software from WordPress.org, you still need to host it somewhere. You need a server and a hosting plan, and that costs money. Usually it costs money. So when you're on Google or ChatGPT researching about starting a WordPress website, you're going to see a lot of information or even sponsored ads about WordPress hosting, because you do need a WordPress host. You can technically also host the WordPress website on your computer locally, but it won't be on the internet. But if you're into development or anything along those lines, or just want to play with WordPress, you can do that. But most people, when they're starting a blog or looking to sell products with WordPress, they're going to be going with the hosting plan. So that's the main difference between WordPress.org and WordPress.com. WordPress.org, you get the software for free. You can do whatever you want with it. And WordPress.com is where you buy a hosting plan to host your WordPress website. Now, the big question is, do I use WordPress.com? And the answer is no, I don't use WordPress.com. I don't use their hosting services, because I find other hosting providers better and more suitable, and it gives me full control of my WordPress website. WordPress.com and WordPress.org, it's managed by the same company, Automatic. They're the developers behind WordPress and the open source project. But the problem with hosting on WordPress.com is they install a lot of bloatware or software that you don't need. They also upsell a lot of their own products. So most developers or most people that are familiar with WordPress, they usually choose not to use WordPress.com. And personally, for my WordPress website, currently I'm using Flywheel. So I'm using Flywheel, and you can see their pricing right here. So they're about $25 a month on an annual plan. Currently, I'm paying $15 a month. Now, I got a pretty good deal. And if you want to take a look at my website, this is my website, Apperlust. I'm trying to go for a very minimalistic look. So I created this Apperlust website using WordPress and hosting it with Flywheel. Right now it's at Flywheel. Maybe if you watch this video in the future, I may be with a different host, depending on pricing and the amount of traffic that my server needs to be able to support. And regarding the theme, my website, Apperlust, I used a theme called GeneratePress to customize my WordPress website or my blog. I'm a big fan of GeneratePress because it's very minimal or doesn't cost too much slowing down of my website. Some themes are very highly bloated and they slow down the performance of a WordPress website. I'll put a link down below to the GeneratePress website in case you're interested in getting a GeneratePress theme. For hosting, I also use Cloudways. I have more than one website. I do a lot of testing with WordPress. So I use Cloudways for my other websites or my smaller traffic websites. The reason I use Cloudways is their pricing is pretty affordable and I can install multiple installations of WordPress. And I usually go with this DigitalOcean server. Then I use this micro droplet to install WordPress or install multiple websites of WordPress. I don't recommend going with Cloudways if you're not familiar with installing WordPress. If you are looking for an easy way to start with WordPress and start blogging right away, then I recommend going with Bluehost. The Bluehost plans are pretty cheap. They start at about $4 a month on a 3-year plan. Keep in mind, Bluehost, it's on a shared server. So when it's on a shared server, you're sharing resources with other users on that server. So if you're starting a new WordPress blog, it's not a big deal because you're not going to have any traffic. But in the future, you may want to go up and bump up your hosting to a premium plan. And usually 2 good premium plans that I've tried or premium WordPress hosts that I've tried are WordPress Engine or WP Engine, which is a parent company of Flywheel. They're pretty good. These prices are not cheap. So you can see this is in Canadian dollars right now, but it's about like $30 a month for WordPress or WP Engine. The other one that's pretty good is Kinsta. And one thing about installing WordPress is most of these WordPress hosting companies, they offer one-click installation. So you don't have to have technical knowledge on how to install WordPress on a server. Even WordPress.com will automatically install the WordPress software on your server. Bluehost does it as well. Flywheel does it as well. WP Engine and Kinsta, all these hosting companies that focus on managed WordPress hosting, that's what it's called when they install and manage the software for you. They'll install the software for you with one click. They also help maintain security as well as keep WordPress software up to date. So those are 2 important things, keeping the software up to date and doing the installation and actively monitoring security or hack risks. So that's pretty much it between WordPress.org and WordPress.com. WordPress.org is the free open source software to run a blog or a website using the content management system of the WordPress open source software. And WordPress.com is a hosting plan or a hosting server, and they're both managed by the parent company Automatic. If you're looking only to blog for fun and just to write for your family or your friends, and you're not looking to get so much traffic or make money from blogging, then I recommend just writing on Medium. Medium is free. It's easy to get started writing on Medium. You don't need to do any installation or anything along those lines. Even I write on Medium on top of writing on my blog. My blog, Apperlust, it is monetized, so it does make me a little bit of money. But if you are looking to make actual money or operate a business or become an influencer or blog full time to, let's say, travel the world. In my case, I'm in Da Nang, Vietnam right now. So I'm recording this vlog in Vietnam. I blog and vlog. But if you're looking to make money or trade an audience, you want to go the WordPress.org route. So you want to host the software on your own server so you can have full control. And it will cost a little bit of money. You'll also need to buy your own domain, such as aprilus.com. Some of these hosting plans, they do give you a free domain for the first year. Personally, I like keeping my domain separate from my hosting plan in case one of them gets hacked. I don't want my accounts getting compromised, my server and my domain. So I register my domain with namecheap.com. They are cheap. Their prices are about like $10 or $11 a year for a .com domain. So hopefully I answered your question. And if you guys found this video helpful, you know what to do. And as always, live easy, sleep breezy, and stay lovely.